Let's see. All right. We're going to be trying to work on some evals today. I'll probably head it up right now to take data highs. Yeah, what up, Adrian? So I got some top step evals. Dude, I tried to I went on Apex. I got some Apex accounts this morning. And then I went long during CPI. My take profit was like 320 ticks. And we came up to 260 ticks basically, which is bullshit. But we did make 630 on this account pre-market. Actually, speaking about that, I need to adjust this really quickly. So these are the Apex accounts I fucked up. I need to fix the trading group. We're gonna go. It's a bunch of Apex accounts I fucked up. I need my PA. Alright, cool. We're gonna call this funded. So we're like back in this range here today. So we got to be careful. I mean, realistically, what I want to see us do though is I want to see us come lower into this area, but we just are failing to get below this. So we're just gonna watch price right now. When we're in a chop like a consolidation like this, like a range, I gotta be kind of careful. So right now I'm watching just Asia highs, and we'll see if we want to continue to 250. 250 is where I'm watching if we're gonna be going higher, but I kind of want us to come down. let me fix this real quick. Give me 1 second. My bad. I gotta adjust this. Give me a second. Alright. Put this right here. No. My bad. I just had to fix that. But for now, we're gonna turn that off. But yeah, so I'm up on a funded account from pre-market, but we didn't blow evals. We just hit daily loss limit trying to trade CPI. I went long. We were like 40 ticks away from passing like 4 of them. And then it really just didn't extend that much today. It kind of just went up a little bit and then came back down, and it went up and then it started stalling like right here, and I just didn't even care. I mean, their Apex accounts are like 30 bucks, so I just kind of let it hit my daily loss limit. So we're gonna focus on some top step evals today, since I'm already up. Or actually, I may trade this account. Give me a sec. Yeah, let's trade this account first, actually. So we're up 630. We're now copy trading our Apex PA. So we'll watch it. Although if I lose profits on this, I'm gonna make sure I don't. The most I'm willing to lose on this top step account, since we're up like 600 bucks. It was like 400, so that we still have a $200 day. Oh, I gotta change this real quick. But yeah, this stuff, I'm more likely to kind of just wait and sit on my hands unless I see something. New York's price action recently, though, has been killing me, dude. I need the overnight sessions to go back to being like smaller. They're fucking huge. They weren't that big, actually, now that I think about it. This overnight move was pretty large, though. What country am I from? America. America, brother. But I'm probably just going to gauge to see how this movement is during the open. If we're going to have any opportunities that I'd want to take, then I'll try it on my 2 funded accounts. If the market starts to deliver kind of weird, like it has been the past fucking week, then I'll probably just try and trade some evals. Yeah, Ikigai, the dude, CPI. I bought like 4 Apex accounts, and I go long. I go long right when it opens up, right? And I have my TP for 320 ticks because I went 2 minis, and just no stop loss basically. And it pumps up. It doesn't extend to my TP, and it just like came back down. And I was just like, I was like, fuck it, dude. Like, it is what it is. I guess it just wasn't my day for that. So we were 2 for 2 on CPI. Although, yeah, it is crazy low. You know what's even funnier though is all those people who straddle like this and like this, they definitely got smoked. They got smoked today. Because people will like say CPI is gonna open up, or they would have based it off of this. They would have done like 20 points above, 20 points below, or even more. There's probably a bunch of people who got wrecked today trying to straddle. That's why I don't straddle. Like, I get it, but straddling is lame. Just pick a direction. Have some balls. This is actually pretty low volume, surprisingly, for the second 5-minute candle of New York Open. Although the good thing is that January CPI, I didn't trade that on evals. I traded that on my funded. February CPI, I traded those on fundeds and evals. And then I just had a feeling that this CPI was going to be like a weird one, so just because we're in the middle of all this like bullshit going on right now. So I didn't trade any of my fundeds during CPI. I just bought those $30 end-of-day Apex accounts. So we bought 4 of them. What is that? We basically wasted, well, I still have them. They just hit daily loss limit, but basically wasted 120 bucks, but whatever. Yeah, dude, I've been getting rinsed this month. Honestly, I've been getting absolutely rinsed. I don't even care about this month anymore. I'm just trying to get evals. I've already accepted the fact I'm probably gonna end red this month, or break even. I just need to get evals passed and prepare for April. It's kind of all. That's basically just my mindset at this point. I mean, I have 2 funded accounts right now, but I mean, look at it. It's at a $900 balance. Like, who gives a fuck? It's a baby funded. I'm trying to see whether or not we're about to take these highs right here. We do have, this is actually pretty low volume, by the way, for New York Open. So I'm kind of curious why the volume is so low right now, but maybe it'll start picking up. Overall, though, I'm trying to, yesterday and today, I'm trying to see us come down here. But we're just not getting past this. And then, even if we do start coming lower right now, like, I don't feel comfortable trying to short it, because if I wanted to look for shorts, like if I truly wanted to go lower, think price is going to go lower, I gotta wait for this to be taken out first. Otherwise, it's just going to make me nervous the whole time. So volume stays low, like, just so you guys know, usually what happens at market open, if you're paying attention to volume, for 5-minute candles, the first one, at least recently, is usually around 50 to 60,000 contracts traded. And then the first 15 minutes are usually pretty strong, so we'll see these above like 35, 40,000, 35, 40,000, but they're lower today, so for whatever reason, we are having lower volume off of today's open. We took out data highs already, so we're just, oh shit. So we're watching to see if we're gonna come up here to Asia highs. But actually, recently I started using Gamma, which is a whole different thing, but right now we're at the basically the call resistance for Gamma on QQQ. So the way I'm looking at it is, at 610 on QQQ, we have like a super large node of positive Gamma. So I'm trying to wait to see if we're gonna get pinned to this shit, and we're just gonna basically start chopping right here, or if we're gonna start moving back down over here. If we get down here, we should start seeing, I would imagine we start seeing speed pick back up. This whole area right here, though, I'm gonna be kind of cautious till we start. If we start pushing pretty strong below like this area, then at that point I'll start looking for us to come down to this area that we're watching. But until then, I'm just gonna wait. Also, Alpha Futures is supposed to be having some deal today, which I'm probably going to check out. They're now allowing 5 accounts, which is chill. And they're offering 25k zeros, which I might buy some. Maybe not the 25ks, but we'll see. So if we start getting down into this area, I'll start paying attention to looking for short opportunities to take out this first around 890, but eventually start targeting lower towards 800. But I need to see some conviction here and some aggressive activity. Otherwise, we could just be coming down and then coming back up. Back up to like here. You got cooked by CPI. Did you straddle? I'm sure people who straddled got absolutely wrecked. Alright, I'm gonna go long right here.
Order filled.
With 3 micros. Kind of a late entry, but it's alright. I just want to see it go up to at least Asia highs. That's kind of the idea here. So if I get stopped out of this though, I'm gonna just switch over to the evals. Where's this at? Yeah, target like up here. That was kind of nasty, dude. Look at this. Look at that entry. That's so bad. I hesitated on that. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna do myself a favor. Fuck
Order
that
filled.
shit. I'm getting out of that shit. That was retarded. That was retarded. It's better to wait for this to close. Watch, now that I got out of it, it's gonna go. But we'll just hope it doesn't, actually. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to an eval right now. And I'm gonna try and full port this. No, we're not gonna full port it. We're gonna risk 1,000.
Order filled.
Right at the bottom of this wick. We'll go up here for 1530. Oh, just so you can guys see this. Going for a 1-to-1. See if we can hit profit target for the first eval. Bro, is it just me or is New York Open slow as fuck right now?
Order filled.
Alright, so we hit profit target on that eval, so we're gonna lock out of this one. See, the thing is like, I got in on the funded accounts, but the entry was so dog shit, right? Like, so this is the idea. This was the trade I actually should have, yeah, this is what I was looking for. The idea, I fucked up on the execution of that funded trade, like the one I took right before this, eval, because I should have waited for this candle to close bullish with the POC down here, and as we go to retest the POC is when I should have entered, basically. And then if you're still in this, if you took it, you can try and target, I mean, there's a fat cluster of orders right here, but you can try and target Asia highs. So that was kind of the idea, but then what ends up happening is like, the reason why I got out of that is because, like, bruh, let's say this is where my entry was, right at the top. Asia highs is basically like right here, okay? And my stop loss was all the way down here. You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of a stupid trade. So when I hesitated and got a terrible entry like that, terrible risk reward, I was just like, you know what? It's better if I just cut it, and then I'll just wait for it to close, see if it's actually gonna work out, and then we'll attempt it on an eval. So this eval's done, and we just took Asia highs right now. Damn, I fumbled that on my funded. That was a stupid execution on my part. But it's alright, we're still up on the funded. We're still up. So now we're gonna watch this. Now we wanna see, now that, so what I wanna see, now that volume is picking up a little bit, speed's picking up a little bit, I'm trying to see if we're going to start heading towards 250. Damn, dude. What a fucking idiot, huh? Yeah, Oscar, I want to see us go lower, but the problem is just like, we're just stuck in this thing, dude. Oh, too big. In this area. Okay, I've been watching this area right here basically all week, but we're just not getting down there. Every time we approach it, we just bounce right back up. Dude, my bad if my bad if somebody tried to take the same trade I took right here, and then when I got out, they got out, and then when I re-entered on an eval, you sat out of that one. You're probably butthurt. My bad, bro. My bad. That was my fault. All right, so now that we took Asia highs, we're watching to see what's gonna happen now. The idea, or what we're thinking, what I'm thinking, is we took Asia highs. Are we going to continue up to 200, 250, or are we just gonna slam back down in here? Would you miss? Well, I went long right here. Got a shitty entry on my funded, so I actually got out of it. So this funded account is up 440. It was up 600, but now it's up 400 because I got out of it for $200 L. And then I waited for the actual setup, which was this. Sweep, close bullish, POC at the bottom. Next candle opens up, retraces towards POC and flips bullish. I use that all the time. So I did that with a funded eval with 2 minis. So this one. And now we're watching to see, after we took Asia highs, are we going to continue pressure higher to start targeting? I would be watching first 200, but realistically 250. And then that would be basically, that's it for the upside for me. If we pump to if we take out 250 and we pump, it's just like day over for me. But if we took Asia highs and we're about to snap back down and we start getting down here, then I may consider taking another trade. Otherwise, I'll just take my profits on the day for the funded account, take the profits on the day for the eval, and then just wait for tomorrow. So far, these 2 candles are the only 2 candles that actually felt like an AM session for New York. And it's also because this was the 4-hour open too. But other than that, it's been pretty slow so far this morning. Damn, the balance is low on this thing, dude. Because I fucked up. Whatever. I did full. Oh, you mean on the funded account? Nah, on the funded account I can't. I had a feeling this one was gonna be kind of weird, so I just did evals. Let's go, Jay Duran. Got some longs. That's what's up. Yeah, that was a pretty decent long. I just like really fucked up on that execution. I was super lethargic with it, and I was too early on the funded account, which is what caused a. I mean, we could have like. This was my thought process on that, by the way. When I entered right here, and I was telling you about how like at that point the risk to reward was basically dog shit. Like, this is a stupid trade. Even if I held it through this and then it did this and then it went up, that doesn't make it not a stupid trade, you know what I mean? So like, it was a stupid trade. I just had to get out of it. Fucked up, take the L on it. It's fine. Oh yeah, up 220 on the XFA. Let's go. How many days in are you on that XFA? What's the balance sitting at? One day on the XFA? Okay. Well, we got 4 more days to go. I'm currently watching this 15-minute. Ahmed, did you full port CPI? How did it go for you? Oof. Sorry, bro. Hey, well, we always got next CPI, right? Alright, I'm gonna go short on this other evo.
Order filled.
We went a little bit heavier, but we're gonna have a real tight stop loss. So we'll risk $1,000, and we'll try and get down here to basically sweep this 5-minute low. So super tight stop. We may get stopped out of it, but we're giving ourselves another chance. Look how tiny that trade is. Oop, it swept it. We're gonna go break even, just in case it wants to snap back on us.
Order filled.
Teased it. It teased it. Alright, well, we're just gonna wait. Damn, what was that, dude? That must have been like a tick or something away. It's actually probably a better idea to use 2 minis. But I want to see if we're going to start taking out these orders, pick up some speed, start getting below here. If we start getting below this area, or I guess it's easier to see on this chart, we start getting below this area, then I'm expecting us to actually start dropping pretty fast. Also, 25% off Alpha Future accounts using code Thrax. Do I use Sierra? Nah, Sierra's a great platform, but their UI is straight ass cheeks, brother. It's like probably one of the, like, I would say Sierra Charts is like probably one of the best order flow platforms. It's the most customizable, but their UI just like sucks. Their UI just sucks. So I use ATAS. ATAS. I use ATAS. I think it's a really powerful order flow platform, and the UI for it is easy to use. It's chill. Chunky Monkey, would that be considered trading in a range? What, the one that I just did right here? Yeah. The short that I just took right here? Yeah. That's why the moment that it swept this 5 minute, I just was expecting it to push a little further when it first swept it, but when it swept it and then my TP was like right here and it started just kind of like stalling right here, I have to move it to break even because, well, now we see this candle kind of snapping back, but here we are sitting in this, because you remember what I said at the beginning of this session is, if we go look at this, and I've been using gamma recently, where are we sitting? We're sitting basically, we're getting pinned to this large ass node essentially, so we're kind of just like oscillating in between the two. So there is a chance that we actually just range right here for a bit, but what I'm trying to see is if we're going to come down here, because then we don't have to worry about this anymore. We come down here, and then if we get down over here, we'll start picking up some speed. But yes, this is trading in a range. This is a range. So you just got to be careful about trying to trade any type of breakdowns right now. Oh shit. We just need some confirmation to go lower. Some aggression. Because sometimes these large and I'm like still wrapping my head around gamma, by the way, but it's really important. And shout out to Crown for having me start looking into it. But gamma goes hand in hand in like dealer positioning and hedging. It goes hand in hand with what we're doing here with order flow, so I started paying attention to it. But what I was gonna say is like those super large positive gamma or positive gex levels, sometimes it's just like it's got like some gravity to it, so we just like right now it's probably sitting like right here. If you were to transfer it over to an NQ chart. So far, not bad. We're up on the funded. We did lose a little bit. We're up on this one. We're going to try and see if we can go 2 for 2 with the evals. And also, this month, dude, I've been like hitting profit target or getting the first half of these evals done, and then like I try and trade them during Asia and I just get absolutely cooked. So we're gonna make a decision right now that these evals, if they are halfway done, they're not gonna get traded during Asia. So far, I've been losing a lot of evals during Asia session. No, I don't stream during Asia. I don't really trade Asia like that, bro. Like, I don't sit here and like do this, what I'm doing right now. I'll usually just like go on during like Tokyo Open or sometimes even near CME Open, and I'll just like try and full port and eval real quick. Maybe take me like 5 minutes, and then I just stop. So it's not wouldn't really be much of a stream, right? And it moves so slow, like, well, not recently actually. Let me take that back. It hasn't been moving slow recently, but I don't know. I just don't really trade it. I don't seriously trade it, if that makes sense. Unless we're talking about like gold or something. Yeah, there we go. Gold, yep. But I haven't been trading gold recently. There was about 2 months where I basically only traded gold, but we're trading NQ. Speaking about gold, let's go take a look at it. And also, one of the reasons why I haven't been trading gold, like I was trading it all during this like pump up, right? I traded it a little bit on the drop. But once we started doing this on a higher time frame, I just was like, I think I'm okay trying to trade gold. So we went back to NQ, but now, and also because they had all the contract limiting and shit. But I mean, NQ's doing the same shit. Like, this is disgusting, dude. We've been stuck in this since basically November. It's nasty. The highs and lows are just aggressively getting defended. And now we're in this smaller one here. We're in this one. We did gap down and sweep this, but that makes me think, since we gapped down and we swept this makes me think that before we come down here and try and target this again, we're going to be heading up here and here. That's what I would be imagining, at least. So that's why I'm watching right here, because I'd want to see something like that. A ranging model. Bro, I don't like trading ranges. I can if I want to. Like, I could trade a range if I want to. I just don't really think it's a good idea for me. I mean, technically I've been trading a range for the past, I don't know, 4 months or something. But on the higher time frame, but on a lower time frame, like this type of range I try and be careful about it. Like if we're talking about a range that's happening on a 5 minute or whatever. You can't hear? Yo, Joseph, can you guys hear me in the Discord? Okay. Then I don't know, Joseph. Maybe leave and come back. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see if we can start getting away from this area. We have about 30 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. I'm trying to see how strong this close is going to be, or if we're going to create a wick in the last 30 seconds, and where the POC is going to be at. And then we may or may not try and give this eval a shot on a continuation for the pressure lower to try and hit profit target again. And if we blow it, then yeah, whatever. We'll be 1 for 2.
Order filled.
Alright, I'm gonna go short. That was kind of a nasty entry though. So I'm going to... Oh, actually we just need 1400, huh? I'm gonna have to move this one to break even pretty quickly, otherwise... Yeah, well, we're gonna get stopped if this candle flips. So we're gonna hope it doesn't flip. But it is, so we're cooked. Cooked. Oh. Alright, we're gonna get stopped out of this one, but we'll just try it again. We'll have like 700 a drawdown. I'm actually going to trail the stop a little bit. Just to the high so that we have a little bit more drawdown to play with if we get stopped out. The moment if we get a push though, and we start actually taking some of these, I'm just immediately gonna move it to break even, but like that. Oh, don't do it to me again, dude. Bro. Come on. NQ, that's twice now today. On the same account, too. We gotta bust out the hammer. Dude, come on.
Order filled.
Alright, cool. That was a sketchy one because I was supposed to enter it like right when this candle came up and retested this POC. I was supposed to enter right as we started to flip bearish, but this large order came in which gave me like a fucking shit entry. And I went in 3 minis, so anyways, so we're gonna lock out of this one. So we're 2 for 2 on the evals. This one and this one, and now we're on, and I locked out of the funded actually. I did myself a favor. So what I can do though is I have another funded, because I think if we continue lower right now, if we actually get past this, we're gonna pick up some speed, and I think I can catch something. unless we snap back up here. Also, just know, basically, if this candle flips back and the next one starts pumping back into here, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. We need some direction, dude. NQ's been a little indecisive at the opens recently. It's being a little sassy. Bookmap? Bookmap's awesome. Bookmap is awesome if you use it correctly. I actually started my journey with Orderflow through Bookmap. It's a great platform. The only reason why I don't have it anymore is because I basically have this. You know what I'm talking about? So like, what am I gonna do? Pay for two platforms that show me basically the same shit? But yeah, I mean, if you want to get Bookmap, I think it's great. Just make sure you like really understand what it's showing you and how you're supposed to read it. That's very important. Understanding passive liquidity and passive orders, and understanding that those are not just stop losses and that they can get removed at any time. But if you wrap your head around like the auction process and how aggressive liquidity is interacting with passive liquidity, I think it's a great tool. I mean, look, I'm using it, right? So but it's the only thing about Bookmap though is it's like what, $80 a month, and then this is also, I pay $80 a month for this, so it's like I just pay for this one instead. Joseph, you're up. You took a short with me. What up, Ahmed? I want to see how this 5 minutes is going to close. They show up as passive liquidity. Very nice. 24. Where is that? Or somewhere around here. I hope so. That's what I'm waiting for. I just need us to close pretty strong, and then I think I'm gonna try and see if there's an entry for shorts to then target down here, right? But that's what I've been waiting for all morning. But yeah, Ahmed, stop losses and take profits, if we'll just like limits and stops, they show up as passive liquidity. As long as it's like an actual, like, prop firms are not gonna fucking show it because it's not real, right? So just whatever is actually showing on the book for the CME. Hold on, I'm gonna answer your question in a second. I need to see what prices are about to do right here. This is the area that I was talking about. I'm watching to see if we're going to start picking up speed now that we're getting over here. I'm gonna go short right here. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Alright, hold on. Alright, I'm gonna try it again. We'll risk like 400. We'll go to the top of this 5 minute. We're gonna look for a flip. Whoops. So we're entering short right now, looking for a flip for us to continue selling pressure lower to start heading towards these lows. If it snaps back up and takes me out, I'll lose 400 bucks, but I'm taking this on an Apex PA account, so an Apex funded account. Basically, I just don't really want to see price get back above this. But if it does, then I'm just gonna call it a day, and we'll be up 400 on the Top Step account. We'll be down, I don't know, what, 600 on this Apex account, and then, oh, what the fuck is this, bro? And then we'll be up like profit target on the 2 evals. Although honestly, it's 15 minutes looking nasty for my short idea. Oh yeah, I'm cooked. Alright, I'm gonna answer your question now. So when price just flies or drops with no aggressive buyers, is that an indicator? Not necessarily. Well, what do you mean by indicator? Indicator of what? Like, context matters, you know? Structuring a trade idea matters more than any type of signal or entry. Like, the context around it matters the most. And the regime that we're in too. Like, what's the environment that we're sitting in? And what are the conditions that we're currently trying to trade? Or sellers, what do you mean? Alright, well, we got cooked on this trade, so I'm done for the day. But a sign that TPs and stop losses have been hit. Well, I don't think you should be thinking about passive liquidity like take profits and stop losses. There's stop orders and limit orders. So just because something is a stop order doesn't mean that someone is getting out of a trade, if that makes sense. Same goes for like let's say we're looking at this line, right? We don't know if these are breakout traders trying to get into this, or if this is people going long, getting out of this, or adding into this. You know what I mean? We don't know what these are. We just know that there are orders sitting here. They can be stop orders, limit orders. I mean, we don't know. But if price is just like I see big trades, is there a way to tell they are still in or are they out? No. The purpose of big trades, okay, so like the entire purpose of these candles, by the way, is this is a visual representation of the tape, time and sales. So we're just looking at participation between buyers and sellers. Bro, if this shit just drops right now, it's like, fuck you, NQ. But we're watching the participation between buyers and sellers. And so everything in these candles are like orders that were executed. So when big trades, like for example, if you were to see large buyers step in here or large sellers stepped in here, that doesn't necessarily, and there's different reasons why that may happen, but that doesn't necessarily mean that like we know who got out of a position, or we know, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just watching the auction based off of history of the tape that shows us aggression, who's participating, who's aggressive, who's dominant, who's trying to push, who's absorbing, you know, things like that. So big trade indicators, the way that I use them, there's two different ways that I use it. It depends on where that big trade indicator appeared. Okay, so like if, let's say this big trade indicator appeared here at this low, this big trade right here, I treat that differently than I may treat this one. Because, or if we see, like, let's say you see all this clustered liquidity sitting right here. Let's say this doesn't get removed from the book and we come down here, and when we take this out, because there's so many orders sitting right here in this cluster, that it causes a big trade. I treat that differently because I know why that big trade happened. Well, the only way we're going to get past this area with all these orders, if they don't get removed, right, is we need aggressive participation from sellers to hit the bid, to take out all these orders, and, you know, that's potentially going to cause a big trade indicator to appear. Now, if we're in the middle of nowhere and someone is doing, like, there's like, we see like a big trade indicator pop up in an area that doesn't have to do with resting liquidity, like somebody just, or something just aggressively executed on the book that had nothing to do with trying to break through an area of resting liquidity, then I watch that, and the way to think about that is like, okay, that's like, we'll call it the catalyst, okay, and we wait to see reaction. So let's just say right here, okay, there were some orders sitting right here, so we have a big trade right here. Does this mean we just go long right here? No. Could you, and could it work out? Maybe. But does it mean that we just do that? No, because we need to see what's going to happen after this. Like, that's why, like, okay, if we have big trades pop in here for shorts, and I already said earlier that if we get down here, I think we can pick up speed to the downside to target the bottom of this range, then if I want this pressure to continue, I wouldn't really want to see us get back above here. Otherwise, like, it was weak, like, it's weak. And same with this, like, if we have a big buy order stepping in right here, we care more about what happens after the fact. We don't care that it happened. The fact that it happened, okay, we'll pay, like, it's happening again, we're paying attention to it, but we need to see what the reaction is after that. But you're not just gonna sit here and, like, something that's really important to mention with the way that I trade is order flow, and like this stuff is literally the last thing that I look at. It's the last thing. So, in my opinion, or with the way that I trade, I don't necessarily use order flow to look for signals and then try and justify that signal by then going and looking at the chart and trying to justify it and then entering. I already have an idea of what I think price should be doing, and I'm only using order flow as a confirmation. Like, I hope that makes sense. You can see when big traders get out when you have a single print in a candle, one side has many orders, the other has zeros. Yeah. I mean, I don't zoom in. Like, I'm not looking at the numbers, to be completely honest. Yeah, there's information you can pick up, like when you have like stacked imbalances, right? Or you have finished auctions or unfinished auctions, or if you have areas that are just like sometimes on candles that create nasty wicks, you'll see on the bid and the ask, like one side will just be 0 0 0 0 0, right? But I'm usually looking at it like this, or I'm just looking for the bold numbers, because those are the imbalances. I'm not really reading these numbers because I have the indicators that tell me what I want to see: imbalances, stacked imbalances, large participants entering the market, the POC, the volume profile in each candle. So yeah, I mean, I have videos that I made that go over a lot of this stuff, so if you want to like learn about it, you can watch those. Sometimes it's hard for me to explain stuff in the morning because, for one, I live on the West Coast, so like it's early as fuck for me, bro. Like, and I woke up even early. I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning to get ready to trade CPI. So, and then when I'm looking at charts and I'm staring at them, my brain gets kind of fried. So then it's hard to like start explaining shit sometimes because I'm just like kind of out of it. But I have videos that I make when I'm like feeling decent that explain that type of stuff. It's just hard sometimes in the morning because it's early. But I think I'm just gonna call it a day. So we're down $562 on my funded account on Apex, and then I'm up $446 on the funded account, or $42 on the funded account. Hit profit target on this, hit profit target on this. So we're kind of just like in this range. I wanted to see us drop lower and continue with some aggression to start taking out these lows, but we didn't want to do it. So I think I'm just going to stop trading. And I'll just come back tomorrow. We'll try and finish off those evals. I don't think I'm going to trade them during Asia session. And then hopefully we can have some more funded accounts. If not, then whatever. And as always, if you're going to continue to trade, just be careful. The further that we get, the closer we get towards lunch hours, just be careful. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.